Well, hello everyone. This is going to be an all signs readings. We're running just a tad late today with weekend predictions, but here we go. We are going Aries to Pisces. We'll read for the collective at the end, and I will timestamp and get that in probably the comments, okay? If not, the description box. You know how I roll, right? So at any rate, y'all, if you have not subscribed, I hope you will do so. Make sure to adjust your notifications. Even if you are subscribed periodically, they do get recalibrated, okay? So at any rate, if you want to book a personal reading, well, it can be done. And I have added a service I am super, super excited about. And it is like a mentoring type thing. All of that is described in full in my description box. If you need help with your healing or you kind of feel stuck on something, you can see all of that information in the description box below in my most recent video always, okay? With that being said, you know, the likes and comments, y'all, truly are appreciated, okay? Well, let's not waste any more time, Aries gang. Let's see what you need to know going into the weekend, Aries gang. Let's see, my fiery Aries. What's coming in for the weekend? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Let's take a look, Aries. Ooh, okay. You know, kind of interesting. I think that you are could be dealing with a Gemini. You also have air and water. I'm not too hung up on the zodiac signs, particularly when it comes out in these little quick energetic updates. Okay, kind of interesting. All right, let's talk about this thing. You know, I think that many of you Aries are dealing with some heartbreak or something of that nature, okay? And maybe somebody not coming forward. You got the Five of Cups, you got the Knight of Swords in reverse, you got the Magician reversed, okay? You know, that can be the card of self-sabotage or sabotaging from the outside, or your other person was kind of doing things to sabotage the relationship when that Magician card comes up in the reverse. But you know what? You know, I think there were some things you may have not seen about this initially with the Queen of Swords in reverse. You may have even, you know, not spoken your truth, held to your boundaries and your standards, and kind of took care of yourself. But you know what? At the end of the day, I think a lot of you Aries gang are starting to let something go with the Ten of Swords in reverse and, you know, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You know, it's kind of like, I think you're kind of tired of giving to something, okay? So a lot of you, and this may or may not be your story. That's, you know, why I tell you to check your various placements. But a lot of my Aries gang, you guys are letting something go, okay? So good for you if that's what you're doing. I think you're starting to see some things, okay? So kudos to you, Aries gang. I mean, that's what I get, you know? That's what I get. Yeah, look at here, going inside and starting to heal from something. There you go. And you know, the Queen of Swords came up in reverse, the High Priestess here. There are things you may not have been aware of that you are going to see, okay? Maybe inside you, maybe about a person you are dealing with, okay? But take what resonates, Aries gang. But, you know, I like this. If this is you, I know it's hard, but kudos to you, because I think you are starting to take some really positive steps, Aries. Taurus gang. Taurus gang. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Weekend love messages. Weekend love messages. What are you up to, Taurus gang? Well, let's find out. Let's find out, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Weekend love messages. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right, Taurus, let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Taurus, let's see here. Ooh, Taurus. I hope this is not everyone's story, but I know this came out for a reason. Okay, some of you are really missing someone and either fearing abandonment or feeling abandoned with this Nine of Swords. Very overburdened. This is a card that speaks to heartbreak along with my Three of Swords. We've got both of these things, okay? Could be that you're dealing with somebody who's dealing with somebody else, okay? But certainly the card of heartbreak, okay? And so, you know, third-party card here for a lot of you guys. And I'm sorry, Taurus. But, you know, I think who you're dealing with is emotionally closed off and immature, okay? And really feels like, I think you feel cut out, okay, of someone's world. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. Okay, and your person very well may be acting distant. We got the Six of Swords here. And, you know, you got the King of Pentacles in the upright, which is kind of interesting. It's all, you know, and it could be with Pentacles here, like this, Taurus, it could be that maybe it lasted as long as it did because of a financial or family dynamic, okay, more so than anything else. I mean, clearly you're broken up about this, if this is your story, and I hope it's not. I mean, I hope I'm missing this all together for you. I mean, if I am, then, you know, just be thankful and check the next Taurus one that comes out or the one that was just previous, okay? But at any rate, Six of Swords here. You know, I think you have fought for this for a while, you know, but I think you're going to come to a place where you're like, you know what, I'm done giving to this and I'm done fighting for this. And so I'm going to move towards something that is more peaceful. Wow, lots of folks releasing stuff, at least 2 in anyway. You know, Taurus, I know it's hard, but you know what? Sometimes, you know, you just got to make that step, right? Gemini gang. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is your weekend looking like, Gemini? Let's find out. Let's find out, Gemini gang, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Messages going into the weekend. Messages, ooh, okay. You're dealing with somebody from the past, probably, or at least somebody that you've got some history with, that you got a lot of emotion for. Could, you know, okay. But you know what? Here's the thing. All right. And this is probably a very specific message. It may or may not be for every Gemini. 2 of Wands reversed. I think you are kind of feeling stuck, and your person may be juggling you and not deciding between you and another person. Sometimes that, you know, and it may be singlehood, and you kind of feel caught up in this whole thing, okay? 6 of Cups, okay, speaks to history here, okay? You could have had even a family maybe, or talked about it, whatever. All right, and I think you're still giving to this, okay? 4 of Swords in the reverse. I don't think you've really given up on this thing. And you've got a lot of emotion for your person, but really it's unrequited and not worth your time. Why? Because, okay, and your person's probably acting distant here. All right, Gemini, and this is a card of distance. Could be geographic distance, change of address, whatever. But many times this card is associated with a person with a lot of anger issues and bitterness, okay? It can be exhausting dealing with an energy like this, okay? Gemini, I hope this is not your story. I really do. I hope I am missing it altogether so far. I really do. I would like nothing more than for this. But if this is you, I get it. I've been there, you know. But, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to stop fighting for something that is not worth your time, okay? And love yourself, okay? And so with that being said, let's move along to the Cancer gang. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do you need to know going into the weekend? What do you need to know, Cancer gang? What do you need to know? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Weekend messages, please. Weekend messages. Ooh, Cancer. Okay. All right. We're seeing some things. Let's just keep... Okay. All right. Cancer, this is the thing. Here's what I think you're dealing with all day long. This is not a bad situation. You got some obstacles here that really, for a lot of you guys, you feel like are insurmountable, okay? And you're kind of growing impatient with something. And I think you're not seeing the forest for the trees here, okay? With the Judgment in reverse, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, you're kind of wondering if something is worth your time with this 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. But here's the thing. All right, the Queen of Swords, you know, in the reverse, you're kind of neglecting yourself and not seeing some things for a minute, okay? But, you know, I think you start to get some clarity on something. 8 of Swords in the reverse, and you kind of start to see some freedom or some success here. And, you know, you pull the 10 of Pentacles here, okay? You know, I know this is a love reading, but some of you, this is a financial issue that's got you feeling stuck, and it may well be affecting your relationship. But here's what I see. I think you're impatient. I think there's some things you're not seeing, and I think you feel like whatever this is not overcomable, okay? But it is, because and that's why this came out. And I think you're growing impatient, okay? And you're wondering if something is not worth your time, but it is. So if you are dealing with something, Cancer, that you feel that way about, the advice is this: go inside. That's the key to seeing and having clarity and manifesting better in your situation, okay? So take that as it resonates, okay? I think for many of you, the things you're dealing with are really outside the relationship dynamic. I think it has to do with family or finances or job or what have you. I may be wrong on that, but you know, that's what I get from these cards. I don't get that this is within the relationship dynamic, Cancer. So I'm just going to have to call it like it is. All right. So with that being said, let's move along to the Leos. Leo gang. Leo sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Let's see what you need to know going into the weekend. Let's see what you need to know going into the weekend, Leo. Let's find out, Leo. All right. Interesting. We're going to get a check. Okay. Leo, if you're single, you're dealing with a couple of options, okay? One of them is deceptive, and you may or may not know it. You're advised to go inside and do the work, okay? One of the two, or maybe you may have emotion for someone, or they may have emotion for you. Either way, okay, take this as it resonates, but we've got emotion here. But don't neglect yourself, okay, in trying to please anyone. Go inside to make a decision if you are single, okay? That is what I get from them. Put things right back, okay? Don't feel overburdened about these things, because you do have what it takes to make good decisions, da-da-da. That's Leo singles. I have two distinct messages here. If you are dealing with someone, again, I have deception here, 5 of Swords, okay? And your person, you may be hanging with this person because you have this tremendous amount of respect for them. Could be family or money that you're hanging on to this situation, okay? But you're kind of advised to cut it out, slice it on out, okay, and go inside and work on you. And I know it's overburdening, okay, but that's, you know, I'm going to have to call it like I see it, Leo. Two very distinct storylines, so I had to give them both. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes I get it that way, sometimes I don't. All right, so with that being said, let's move along to the Virgo gang. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. What do you need to know going into the weekend, Virgo? Let's find out. Let's find out, Virgo gang. What do you need to know? All right. There's something you're ignoring. There's something you're not seeing, Virgo. Ooh. Okay. Somebody's very withdrawn and distant acting towards you. Could be dealing with anger issues here too. Could be at a distant or acting distance, okay? I said that backwards, but you understand what I mean. Okay. But anyway, a lot of anger issues and bitterness, really resentful and argumentative here with the Lovers in reverse. Can certainly speak to unrequited love, but look here. Again, this is very consistent with your reading earlier, Virgo. Neglecting yourself and not seeing some things. And here you go, right here. Third party, okay, for many of you. The card of heartbreak here. And I think something has really got you down, okay, and got you neglecting yourself. And whoever this person is, you have a lot of love for, but it's unrequited here. It's unrequited. It is not felt both ways, or, you know, it's not returned. This person is not loving. This person is argumentative and divisive. I hope this is not your story, Virgo. I really do. But for some of you, you kind of needed to hear that. But, you know, I talked about ignoring red flags in your reading just earlier, and that's what I get. And you're advised to go inside. And again, there are things that are yet to come out that you may or may not be aware of with those cards, okay? So take what resonates, Virgo. I hope that's not your story. I really do. I hope I blew it, right? So with that being said, let's move along to the Libra gang. Libra, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Weekend messages for my Libra friends. Libra, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Weekend love messages. What do we need to know? What do we need to know, Libra? Somebody's watching you, probably. Yep, you got a spy card going on here. Could be a crap stirrer, too. Sometimes that card means that. We're going to get a little bit more. Whew. Libra? What are you what are you dealing with, Libra? Good Lord. Okay. like Medea says, oh, Lord. Okay, that's what, yeah, okay. You definitely have somebody that is acting distant or at a distance. The Chariot in reverse, and all about not moving forward. Okay, here's why I think the spy card is here. I think some of you are spying on a person, and they might be spying on you, or you may have somebody, outside of the dynamic itself between you and the other person that is really selfish, working against the dynamic. And selfish could be, family or friends, could be a third party. Okay, they're trying to be stealth, but and you may or may not be aware of it for that reason. Okay, but and I do get in and out energy here with the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Though, you got the Four of Swords in reverse. Somebody is still fighting for this thing. Okay, and the real hand that rocks the cradle in this spread is the Devil card, which is typically never good, okay? At best, it means it's a sex-based connection, okay? At worst, you're dealing with deception and somebody who's very self-centered and selfish and that sort of thing, okay? And probably leaving you feeling a little bit self-imprisoned, by continuing to choose to deal with this, okay? Again, Four of Swords in the reverse, somebody's still fighting for this thing. And, I think that you are represented with the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, your person, the Chariot in reverse, okay? Three of Wands, telling you to, this is the card of self-healing. And I guess I don't really need to say any more than that, Libra gang, because if you've watched me for any length of time in my detailed readings, you know what I'm talking about, right, Libra? All right. I'm not going to go down that primrose path, but you know what it is, right? Okay. Scorpio gang. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's take a look, Scorpio gang. Weekend love messages. Weekend love messages for the Scorpio gang. Let's find out, Scorpio. What's up? Weekend love messages. Weekend, options. Who's pondering options here? Let's get a little bit more detail. Is it singles or is it somebody that you're dealing with? Okay, so let's talk about this thing. If you're single, definitely options. Some are good, some not so much, okay? There's some that you're not aware of, okay? So take that as it resonates. Some are slated for success, others not so much, Scorpio. If you are dealing with someone, they are pondering options, okay? And you are probably dealing with blocked or little to or poor communication, or what you do hear from this person is not pleasant, okay? Empress reversed speaks to disaster, and the Moon card, again, there are things that you are not aware of that are going to come out and make this all make a lot more sense, okay? Again, you got this beautiful Hermit here telling you what to do, right? Go inside and meditate. If you're single, go inside and meditate to make good decisions. And if you're dealing with someone, same thing, okay? So with that being said, Scorpio, that is the messages that I've got, with that Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, I like the advice in the Eight of Wands. It's a little bit different from the actual meaning of the card. And it speaks to this, Scorpio, that look at what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong and make whatever changes are necessary, okay? And if what you're doing isn't working, okay, then try something different and try it for a little bit more time than a couple of days, right? Because just like with a diet or workout plan, you need to give it time, right? You need to give it time. So with that being said, let's move along to the Sag gang. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Weekend love messages. Weekend love messages. Sagittarius, what do you need to know? What do you need to know, Sag gang? Well, we got options again. Let's see what's up for the Sag gang. You're not aware of them. If you're single, you got options and you're not aware. Some are really viable, Saggy. Some are, some aren't. Some are going to not be really interesting to you to begin with this Four of Wands in reverse. Some, yes. Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, Hierophant, long-term potential. The ones, some of you, you're not aware of it because of the Moon card, and it will come out in due time. So be patient if that is the case. Okay, Saggy? All right. If you are dealing with someone, You know, I think right now, I don't think this is a bad reading. I think something has got you overwhelmed, or your person, okay? And you kind of, I think I know what it might be. I think you feel like this thing has lost its spark, okay? But you're not aware that there is potential with a person. With the moon card here, and that will come out, okay? You've got the Hierophant, which is certainly long-term commitment, divinely guided, Ace of Cups, and Queen of Cups. A lot of emotion here. So, pretty decent reading, Saggy. Pretty decent reading. You know, I think you may hit a lull where it seems like things kind of feel a little stagnant. Okay, that's normal. Don't sweat that, Sagittarius. I mean, I'm encouraged by these cards. I think you should be too. You know, if something feels overwhelming, with the Seven of Cups here, then the Moon card tells you to go inside and just, you know, get yourself together and do your energy work. And I think you'll be fine. I think you'll overcome whatever lull this might feel like, okay? Because at the end of the day, I see emotion between you and a person, Sagittarius. I like that one. Wow. Okay, Capricorn. Cappy, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's take a look, Capricorn gang. Let's take a look. What do you need to know? What do you need to know, Cappy gang? What do my Cappies need to know going into the weekend? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Capricorn gang, some of you are dealing with somebody at a distance, okay? All right. Some of, you know, oh, I get in and out energy with this thing. If you are, okay. If you're single, use your intuition, because some of these are good and some of them not so much, okay? If you are dealing with someone, I am getting in and out energy, and for some of you, and for some of you, I'm getting one-sidedness, okay? So take what resonates. But some of you are dealing with somebody in this dynamic who has a lot of anger issues and bitterness and is very exhausting to deal with. Knight of Wands acts distant many times, come and go, you know, mixed signals kind of thing. At times, you think that, you know, this person wants to make a new start, and at other times it leaves you really busted up, okay? This is the card when it comes out in reverse of self-sabotage, or somebody doing something to sabotage a connection, and it may be you, it may be the person you're dealing with, and really hesitant to step forward. You really want it all with this person, but them, not so much, okay? And at times you feel like you're going to have it all. But, you know, the World card can speak to completion and end of a cycle, okay? And it could be that you're dealing with someone who feels like this is a done deal and that it's over. That could be the case too, okay? So, you know, take what resonates. But, you know, sometimes we're our own worst enemies and we kind of ignore the red flags, okay? And that could certainly be the case, Cappy, you know, if that's the case. And, you know, don't be caught up in this too much. You know, take a break and go inside, do some shadow work. I talk about that a lot in my playlists, okay? And make this wheel turn in your favor. And then you will have a great self-awareness. And you will understand that you're worth more than somebody, you know, who doesn't see your value. Okay, that's not on you. That's on them. And it ends at their doorstep, you know? Your opinion starts at your doorstep, and everybody else is outside of that. At the end of the day, doesn't matter. I mean, it's all about this is, look, at the end of the day, if I can lay my head on the pillow and feel like I gave it my best shot and I acted in a nice, healthy way where I treated people like I wanted to be treated and did not compromise myself, my boundaries, and my standards, that's all that I got to worry about. And if I can look at myself in the mirror and answer to me, then there, at the end of the day, that is all that matters. If somebody can't see your value, it's nothing to you. I mean, I know it hurts right now, but in time it won't be. And it really doesn't matter. Take it from somebody who's on the outside looking in, okay? All right, so with that being said, let's move along to the Aquarius gang. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's take a look, Aquarius gang. What do you need to know going into the weekend, Aquarius? Well, if you're single, you got options and you may not be aware of them. We have the Seven of Cups and the Moon card once again, okay? I think if you're single, you might be feeling impatient, but you are told to trust the process. Don't feel pessimistic about the dating world. It ain't that way. This is single. Roadways are opening up, and you are you may or may not realize it, but you will, and it will come out if you will just kind of change your mindset, okay, and your subconscious beliefs about this whole thing. If you are dealing with someone, let's talk about this thing. I think you feel kind of hopeless about this thing. And, you know, here's what I get. A couple of different things, okay? I think, okay, some of you, this is going to take a minute because there's a couple of storylines that this could be. Excuse me, some of you have realized that something is not worth your time and you've given up on it. You are probably going to get some clearing of the air or some closure soon, but you're still going inside and working on you. The Hermit card has come out yet again, okay? Now, it also could be this, that you are dealing with someone and you feel like giving up. You're wondering if it is worth your time, but you're going to see some peace between you, okay? So that could go either way, and I will throw out both storylines, and you take what resonates. And I think at your heart, you are going to know which one of those two stories is you. And some of you are kind of ignoring the truth, but it's going to come out too. With the Moon card here, and then the Two of Swords in the reverse, you know, I think you're going to get some clarity on this thing, regardless if you are single or dealing with someone in any case, okay? Some clarity is going to come to you, and it's going inside and using your intuition that is going to bring that clarity. And I get that from several of these cards and the commonalities here. Okay, so don't be impatient. Trust the process. Okay, you know, you're going to be okay regardless. Okay, just trust yourself. All right, with that being said, let's move along to Pisces, gang. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's take a look at your situation. Pisces, gang. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What do you need to know about the weekend? What do you need to know? What do you need to know about the weekend, Pisces, gang? Let's see what's up with your weekend predictions. Pisces. Ooh, okay. Okay. Pisces. Well, Pisces. Okay, are you my next book writer? Because, okay, this is pretty interesting. So much emotion here, it ain't even funny. Okay, you got the King of Cups, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, and Queen of Cups. Okay, divine counterparts here for some of you. And then you got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so if you're single, you got options all day long. And they ain't none of them really looking all that bad. Always use your intuition, okay? Always. Play it stealth. Page of Swords tells you to do that. And just observe and make your good decisions, okay? Now, some of you are dealing with a strong soul connection dynamic. You've got the Knight of Cups here, which is all day long, the heart's true home. You know, and you've got this King of Queen of Cups here. You know, let me just show you these cards. This is incredible, Pisces. And look at that. You know what? It don't get much better than this for you, okay? So if you're single, look at this, okay? You may not be aware of it, but you know what? Be stealth. Use your intuition, all right? Now, and singles, somebody's got their eye on you too. At least one, if not multiple, okay? All right, now, I'm trying to put these back where they were, okay? King of Cups is here. Okay, there we go. All right, so if you're dealing with someone, you know, I think there is a ton of emotion here all day long. I think you're vibing well enough that you're going to withstand what I'm going to tell you. But there is someone on the outside. It may not be a third party, so don't panic. It may just be some negative Nancy's, some people who are really jay about your connection here, or, you know, family or friends up in somebody's ear. But I don't think it's going to affect either one of you, no matter whose ear, and it may be both of y'all that get it, okay? I don't think it's going to affect you. And the advice is this: don't let it, because at the end of the day, the only people that know what's best about a relationship are the people in it at the end of the day. And that's why I tell you to go inside to find all the answers, okay, Pisces gang? So I like that for you. Beautiful reading, Pisces. You guys win the prize, okay, for the best reading. So with that being said, let's move along to everyone. Let's get some final wisdom for you. Final words of advice. All my peeps. Everybody in the house, right? Let's see what we got. What do we need to know? I like it. See things through the eyes of your youth. And I don't mean in an immature way. What I don't mean naive. What I mean is before you saw that the world could be mean, okay? Like a freshness, okay? And, you know, don't forget to stop and smell the flowers along your way. And I know that sounds hokey and cheesy, but I mean, you know, just live in the moment sometimes. Find the beauty in every moment. That is so powerful in law of attraction and manifestation too, okay? Do not fear or focus on loss, okay? 5 of Pentacles. You don't, you know, whether it has to do with, you know, your connection or money or whatever, if you're overly focused on avoiding a disaster of any sort, you will reverse manifest not meaning to, okay? And 9 of Swords, do not go with, make a connection because you are lonely or someone else is, okay? Be very careful of people who are overly clingy and who try to rush you in just because you are a male or female, either one, and you have a pulse, okay? So, you know, if you're feeling lonely, you got to work through that, because if you're not comfortable spending time with you, then you can't really expect anybody else to either, okay? So you got to find you, right? So I like that for you guys a lot. Let's pull you a quote. In fact, I see the one I'm going to end with right here. This is beautiful. This is for everyone who subscribes or views me. And I like this, so pretty. I hold these up so people can screen them, but there are people who haven't met you yet who will love you. There you go. So thank you so much for watching. As always, a great honor and privilege to be able to read for you and for you to think enough of my readings to watch me. Many blessings to everyone.